Straight from
the surfing hammock. The waves of Malibu.
All right.
Surfing that.
Today's shir is sponsored Refuah Shlema. Refuah Shlema. Leah Bas Chaya Rivka and Avram Eliyahu ben Ami Shimon. Here, Yaakov. Take the honors. We have a lot of emails, but I don't think I'm going to get through half of them or a quarter of them. We'll have to push them on for a different date. But this one is urgent. Urgent. Reb Eli missed a word on Daf Mem Zayin. Dear Reb Eli, thank you so much for your share. No, it goes, you weren't here yesterday. Right behind me over there so that you can see it in the screen. Avi, direct him please. I got to tell you, thank you so much for your share. I got to tell you, I have a hard time sitting through shiurim in general, but Baruch Hashem, you were blessed with a certain something that makes your share so entertaining that I'm able to sit through the entire share. At times, at a playback of 1.5 times the speed, no, it's a great idea. I think people should speed it up, maybe even 2 times. Some people do. Hashem should help you to continue giving over the daf with such clarity and enthusiasm. Anyway, on to the urgency. What? He just embarrassed me in public. I'm not moichel him.
Tell them if they want to speed up.
On Daf Mem Zayin Amud Beis, the third line, second word, pshita was missed. You can verify by listening to the shir at approximately 32 minutes. And here's the important thing, because we know that Nachman Seltzer wrote how many books? 33 books. He's a star soloist in Miami Boys Choir. Hold on a second. This is neged to the thing. And they book him around the world for speaking engagements, etc. He's the world famous chazan. P.S. Please tell Nachman Seltzer that his job is in jeopardy, as I believe it is his job to catch this mistake. Best, Menachem Waxler.
I said it. I said the word. So we're good. The word was said.
No. One of your jobs is, and your main job now, what I'm trying to say is that all your jobs are nothing compared to this. This is your new job. 3 strikes, you're out. Now, the real shot is, I was thinking about it. Why did I miss the word? What word was it? Pshita. It was so obvious. So sometimes you can miss an obvious word. No, chas v'shalom, you can't. But here's Mr. Leader, Rabbi Leader, in doing a better job than our friend in Gibraltar, the Rock of Gibraltar, trying to convince the monkey to join the 8-minute daf. Rabbi Isai, I'm going to skip this one and this one, but this one is really important to me. Because I have to say this shir here, I have to sacrifice sometimes, and one of the big sacrifices is I love going skiing, and I like to take my family skiing. And unfortunately, my son really wanted to go skiing, my 17-year-old. He had some time off from yeshiva, and I couldn't do it, and it really hurt me actually. So I asked Yeshua to take him skiing, and he agreed. But Yeshua cannot stop doing the daf. So first of all, here's Yeshua skiing yesterday with the 8-minute daf shirt. Now it's quite cold, but it doesn't matter. You got to recruit. When you have to recruit, you have to recruit. Now how do I know he recruited? Here he is. He found some random guy. I don't know if he's Jewish. Now who is this guy? Do we know who he is? And he's holding the 8-minute daf card, the new guy. He's holding another card on the slopes, just recruiting. So seriously, I owe him a tremendous yishkoyach. I think the shir owes him yishkoyach, because otherwise I would be on the slopes yesterday in the Chermon. So yishkoyach Rabbi Yeshua. And with that being said, what?
I want to get rid of the white shirt.
You could. You had to be at the Hanukkah party.
They're available, $50.
All right, we're slightly behind, not too bad. We are 9 lines from the bottom, Daf Mem Zayin Amud Beis. V'amar Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi. 9 lines from the bottom of Mem Zayin Amud Beis. V'amar Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi, Lo Olam Yashkim Odom. Oh, we also have a very chashuv guest. This is his 3rd time in from California. He's one of our original guests, actually original, besides one other guy from New York. He's our original guest, and he always comes with presents and surprises, tons of coffee, different types of special coffee, Pete's coffee. These are all the top of the line. So anyways, Yishkoyach, our surfing friend from Malibu. He doesn't like when we say his name, so I'm not going to say his name.
We won't say his name.
Okay, we won't say his name, but you guys know him. He's already,
King David.
he's been with us for almost 2 years online. He talks to me almost every day. Gives me a aris, etc. Okay, Zok the Gemara.
Other microphone.
The other microphone. So it was the other microphone. Bar Yeshua ben Levi, lo ilam yashkim adam beis hakneses kedei sheyiskel v'imone im asara harishonim. When I was reading this, I was thinking about Abi Gargir, who is the first one in the Beis Medrash in the morning. A person should always be from the first 10 of the Beis Medrash. Kedei sheyiske v'imone im asara harishonim. So that he can be counted with the first 10. Shafilu meya by machrav, even if 100. Im asara harishonim. It should be from within. Shafilu meya baim. No. By me doesn't say im.
See? And he's going to come and say we missed
You guys have the word im. It's extra word.
He's going to say you missed the word.
Shafilu meya baim achrov. Keep a lot of sechar kulam. Even 100 that come after him, he gets everybody's sechar. What? Sechar kulam so kedai. Why would you get everybody else's sechar? Elaim anoisim lo sechar keneged kulam. You get the sechar as if you are everybody. You don't get everybody's sechar. It's not like Lashon Hara when you speak about somebody, you give over your mitzvahs to them. You don't get the other people's mitzvahs. However, you get the amount of mitzvahs that everybody has. Then Marsha explains because when 10 people come to a shul, that's when the Shekhinah comes down. So you cause the Shekhinah to come down. The other people didn't really accomplish much. So you have everybody's sechar. Amar Rav Huna, Tisha va'arei mitztarfen. Unbelievable. 9 people and Aron Kodesh, a Sefer Torah, is 10. Rav Nachman va'ara and Gavrahu, you need 10 humans. A Sefer Torah is not human. El Amar Rav Huna, Tisha nirin ka'asara mitztarfen, different achronim, explain different pshatim. By the way, talking about Yeshua, so Yeshua, big, tremendous simcha in the neighborhood. Yeshua's brother-in-law, everybody knows him. He davens with us. I think he davens this minyan, the 6:30 minyan sometimes. Oh no, that was in the Hasidim. Yaakov Lipton's vart is tonight. It's a huge simcha. Fine. Amalei. So Tisha nirin ka'asar mitzarfen. If they look, this is a very interesting halacha. They look like 10. Then they mitzarfen. What does that mean? Amrilo ki mechanfei v'amrilo ki mevadri. Some say it means that they're together, and it's hard to tell the difference between 9 and 10, and some say that they're spread out, so you can't tell the difference. Omer ba'ami shnayim v'Shabbos mitztarfen. 2 people and Shabbos. Omer Nachman v'Shabbos Gavru, again the same question. El Omer ba'ami shnei talmidei chachamim hamechadedim zeh ba'alocha mitztarfen. Yes, they're only 2 people, but their Torah, it makes them like 3 people. So it's not pshat that you have 2 people and Aron Kodesh, which is 3, or 2 people and Shabbos, which is 3. No, these 2 people elevate themselves to become like 3 through their Torah. Machvi Rav Chizda, so Rav Chizda gave an example. Rav Sheshes. We like to fight a lot in learning, and that creates a zimmun. Machvi Rav Sheshes, and Rav Sheshes agrees. Rav Chizda. The 2 of us are a zimmun. Omer Rabbi Yechon, Koten Pereach Mizamnim Olav. Says Rashi, Pareach means that he's not a gadol yet, but he has simanim. You could use him as zimun. There's machlokes of showing what that means exactly. There's a whole taisvus. Tanya namehachi. Katan shehevi shtei saros mizamnim olav, v'shaloi hevi shtei saros ein mizamnim olav. So ve'ei medakti saros in lo hevi loy. You say that he has to have simanim. V'hadar tani ein medakti kim b'katan. You don't really care. Lasuye mai. What does that mean? Lav lasuye katan pareach. So if he has simanim, he's a pereach, he has simanim, then we don't really care whether he's or not. That's what it means. Says the Gemara, the halacha is not like we said, and there's also a big deal in Rishonim over here what it means. What parts? Does it mean the 9 and a Aron Kodesh, 2 and Shabbos, 2 a Mechaded? At the end of the day, we have to go with Rav Nachman. If a katan knows who he makes a bracha to, then he could be included in the zimmun. So the Gemara says a great ma'isa. It understood from Taisus. Taisus points out that this story wouldn't be a chiddush if, let's say, they were 9, 10 years old, because every 9, 10-year-old knows where HaKadosh Baruch Hu, everybody knows how to point to the sky. It must be that they were extremely young. Exactly what age, I don't know, but younger than a typical kid would understand this on his own. Amlu Rabbi Limi Mevarchim. Who do you daven to? Amrilei Rachmanet Hashem. Rachmane Heicha Yosef. Rav Achvel Shmeit Lala. Rav pointed to the ceiling. Abaye Nafag Lebara. And Abaya went outside and pointed to the sky. Achvi Klap Ishmaya. Amalu Rabba. So Rabba said, Tarvaychu Rabbanan Avisu. I could tell. How could he tell? It has to be that they're extremely young. I could tell that both of you are going to be chashuv people. You're going to be rabbanan. Hainu damri inche. This is what people say. Butzin mikatvi yediyah. That not really. Hold on. That if you have a pumpkin and it's really really small, once it comes out, it starts blooming. You could tell whether or not it's going to be something. It's going to be a good pumpkin or not. You could tell. A lot of people think that you could look at a little child. You could see a lot of his tunas. You could see a lot of how he's going to grow up. You see if he's going to be an angry kid or not. A lot what you have when you're younger, you don't grow out of. And Rabbi was able to tell from a very young age, and in fact he was right, the famous Abaya and Rava. What?
He saw that they were arguing.
How do you know that? Oh, I like it. They're arguing. Not just over here, let me show you even more. Okay, very nice. Shalom Aleichem, guest. I don't want to embarrass you. What's your name? From? Lakewood. Wow. Very nice. Lakewood. Okay, we had here, this is in Lakewood. I didn't show this, but these are guys in Lakewood last night. I guess there's some hall. Is this in Lakewood, this hall? Do you recognize it? I wasn't sure if this is Baltimore or... This is the Cheder Hall in Lakewood. So they put out over here, you see over here, they put out the 8-minute daf screen. And people are supposed to watch. They're pretending, I guess. David. Yeah. No, I mentioned David. No, okay, so we have two guests. One from Lakewood, one from Los Angeles. Shkoyach. California, I should say. All right, Zok Gemara. Om Rav Yehuda B'Rei Rav Shmuel. Welcome. Stick around. Om Rav Yehuda B'Rei Rav Shmuel Bar Shelis Mishmei de Rav. Tisha achlu dagon ve'echad achlu yarek. You have 10 people. And this is halacha l'maisa. It happens a lot. You go to a Shabbos Berachos, whatever. You don't really eat bread. Could you be mitzdaref to the 10? Can't you be mitzdaref? Tisha achla. What? It was a Baltimore chasana. Official says that was a Baltimore chasana. Okay, no, because he sent me pictures. He said that there was 2 chasanas that this thing was put out. Okay, the fancy one, I guess, is in Baltimore. We have to know what. Tisha achlu, I'll show tomorrow. Tisha achlu dagon ve'echad achlu yarek. You have 9 people who ate bread and 1 ate vegetables. Mitzdarfen. Now, mitzdarfen means that you are part of the zimmun, but the guy that ate vegetables cannot lead the zimmun. He could be mitzdarf to the zimmun. Or Reb Zera, by my name Rav Yehuda, Shmoina Mao. What's the halacha with 8? Shiva Mao. Omali lo yishna. Remember we had a similar Gemara, I forgot where it was, somewhere, where, oh yeah, it was by the bed. The bed, if it's 3 tefachim from the ground, is lavod, 10 tefachim is no good. And he said, what about 4, 5, 9? But I forgot to ask something. Yeah, anyway, something. The Chazara guys know. Okay. So, Shmoina Mao, Shiva Mao. Omerli, Loishna, no difference. They're mitzdaref. 2 people could be mitzdaref to 8 people, 2 people eating vegetables. Now, here's interesting. Shisha, Vadai, Loi Mebayali. There's a question in Machlokes how to read this word. And it makes a huge nafkamina. Rashi reads it, Vai, Loi Mebayali. And the Gemara here says, Vadai, Loi Mebayali. Other Rishonim say, Vadai. So, if you say Vai, Vai means, Oy, Chaval, I didn't ask. Chaval means, I don't know. I'm misupik. If somebody doesn't know, so if somebody else knows, the halacha is like that someone else. So when he says, Shisha, according to Rashi, Vai lo miboili, it's a shame I didn't ask about 6. And then he says, Omar le, Rabbi Yirmiyah, Shaper avat lo yiboilach. It's a good thing you didn't ask him. Hasam, time amay mishum de ikaruba, hachanami ikaruba. Oh, when you have 9 plus 1, so the roiv is 9, 8 is the roiv, so 6 is also the roiv. What's the difference? So Rabbi Yirmiyah knows the halacha. Rabbi Yirmiyah says, I know for a fact 6 people that ate bread, 4 that ate vegetables are mitzdaref. Reb Zeir says, Vai, I wish I would have asked. So the halacha would be like Reb Yirmiyah, that's 6 and 4 in mitzdaref. But if you read it, Vadai lo midbarli, it's a good thing I didn't ask, because I know for a fact that the halacha is that 6 and 4 is no good, then the halacha is like Reb Zeir, because it doesn't seem like Reb Yirmiyah argue. He says, I know for a fact 6 plus 4 is not a tziruf. So just one letter, the difference between Vadai and Vai is one letter, makes a huge nafkamina in halacha. Vihu Savar, Ruba de Minkar Binan. Reb Zeir would hold that you need Ruba de Minkar. What's Ruba de Minkar? I need 2/3. I need 7 and 3 in order to be Yaitza Zimmun, 7 that ate bread, 3 that ate vegetables, but 6 and 4 is no good. Says the Gemara, a crazy 3 what? 7 plus 3 is a Zimmun for 10. Says the Gemara. Says Yanai. The Gemara says a story about Yanai, Malko, Malchus, Krichu, Rifta, they were eating bread. Now Yanai, we already discussed whether Yanai was Yochanan, the Rasha. He was a Kohen Gadol, he was a king, he was a bad guy. He killed all the Chachamim, he thought they were after him, he killed them all. After he killed them all, they're sitting and eating a meal, and no one to bench for him. I find this incredible. You see from the whole sugya, like benching was so difficult. Even for Amirayim, they didn't know how to bench. Like they made mistakes, they were saying the wrong thing. Like every kid knows how to bench today. They didn't have sidurim. I don't know how it works exactly. If somebody has good shot,
that's what's incredible. It's more
he's
incredible.
a Kohen Gadol.
He just killed all the Gedolim and he cares about benching.
Yes.
That's what's important.
Yeah.
Obviously, not only that, he was makbid on tumas and tyrus. He was makbid on everything. He was very makbid, of course. But he was so makbid on benching, yet he didn't know how to bench. And he was a Kohen Gadol. So Kohen Gadol doesn't know how to bench. Could you find me somebody that knows how to bench? The kids, sir, I need a Gadol. Nobody knows. Nobody in the whole generation knows besides Gdolim. Swear to me that if I give you somebody good, you're not going to kill him. Ishtabelo. Swore to her. I see Shimon ben Shedach Chachua. She just so happened to have her own brother hiding in a hiding place. His name was Shimon ben Shedach, who happened to be the head of the Sanhedrin. He was Gol Adar. She hid him in a box somewhere, and she pulls him out. So he decided to give him covet, and where does he put this new guest, his brother-in-law that he should have killed? He puts him between himself, and his wife. Big covet. Omar lei, chazis kama yikora avidnalach. Look, I'm giving you a lot of covet. I just killed all your friends, all your buddies, they're all dead, and now I just put you by the table, I'm giving you a lot of covet. Omar lei, la'avad koi makrisli. Who are you? You're not giving me covet? Elaraisi de moikrali. It's my Torah that gave me covet. It's interesting, like, he's a king, maybe you should have been quiet, put yourself in danger. No, you have to tell the guy off.
Family politics.
He knew about the shvuah. He was testing out if he was going to stand by his shvuah. Okay, like before she took him out of the box, she said, "Don't worry, he's not going to kill you. He swore to me." Oh yeah, let me see. So he starts poking fun at his brother-in-law. Okay, Ela Raisi the Mikrali, the Siv Salsaleo Usaray Memerka. You should hold to the Torah. The Chabdeka ki Chabkena. The Torah is going to be mechabed you. The Torah will be mechabed you. Why? Because you're hugging it. So Mamela, the Torah is mechabed me. I hug the Torah. It's not you. You have nothing to do with the fact that I'm sitting over here. The Torah just did that for me. Oh my law, it's in Mishlei, but it's about Torah. Look, he tells his wife. You see, even this guy, he's a no good guy. I should kill him. He's not being Mikabel Mars. He's being married b'malchus. He's chayiv misa. Yav lakasel v'ruches. Okay, no, but we brought you here to bench for us. Let's see what you can do. So they give him a cup of wine. Omar heichi avarach. What could I say? Baruch she'achal yanei v'chaveri mishaloi. If I didn't eat the meal with you, so what should I say? That I should bench Hashem that Yanei ate good food? I have to say Baruch she'achal nu that we ate and I didn't eat. I'm not part of this. Shasi lau kasa. Be mitzdarf to the zimmun. Says Gemara, so therefore, Yavalei Kasachrino Baruch. So they gave him another cup, and he benched. Now, just to point out, all other brachas. Let's say I make kiddush for myself at shul. I could come home and make kiddush for my wife. Benching is different. You have to eat and be satiated. You can't just be mitzi other people because you feel like it. Just because you're an adult male doesn't mean that you can be mitzi other people. You have to eat.
With them, though.
What?
He only ate after they finished.
Yeah, but that we learned that if they bring other desserts out, it's part of the meal. Because they were sitting around, they were still part of the meal.
Still eating then?
If they would bring you out a good dessert, they would eat. So maybe that's the pshat.
He came at the end of the meal. He wanted the bench.
It's not over. It's not over until you take away the table. That's what we learned. Until you take away the table, it's not over. Zog the Gemara. Omar Rebbe Abba, Berei de Rebbe Chia bar Abba. Shimon ben Shetach the Ovid legarmeu David. Shimon ben Shetach made up this halacha. The Achiyam Rebbe Chia bar Abba and Rebbe Yochanan. Rebbe Yochanan says Lo'olam in a moitzis harabim dechavasam at sheyochal kezayis dogon. You have to eat a full kezayis. If you don't eat a kezayis of bread, then you cannot be part of the zimmun. So we'll see. The Gemara explains. You could take a piece of vegetable and dip it in salt water or in the brine. And even if you only eat one little date, the dry date, mitzdaref. Says Gemara, you're right. It's the rufi mitzdaref. You could be part of the zimun, but in order to be like Shimon ben Shetach, to lead the benching and read every word, and by the way, once I'm mentioning that, la halacha really, one person should be mitzi everybody in benching, and all the gronics do that, but because the Mishnah brings, because we don't know how to be mechaven so much, that's why everybody benches on their own. Back to the concept of Beroivam Hadris Melech, one person should be mitzi everybody else. But it's kedai to see Rashi here, because both Rashi and Tosfos discuss the same exact point. Tosfos pretends that he didn't see Rashi at all. He didn't, I guess. And he basically quotes every single word of Rashi, and he says V'yer Shloimar, and he says the same teretz. But Rashi, the last Rashi on the page, so Rashi brings a very interesting halacha here that has to be discussed. That the Gemara says if you eat a kazayis or a kibetza, let's say, whatever the halacha is, we had a machlokes review the Meir. So you eat a kazayis, the Gemara says of bread, but the Torah doesn't say kazayis. You only chayiv in benching if v'savata, you satiate a lot more than a kazayis. But the Gemara says that if he ate one kazayis, that would be enough for him to be mitzvah everybody else. Who's kazayis? We said that. Why is Hakadosh Baruch Hu? How can we bribe Hakadosh Baruch Hu? Why does Hakadosh Baruch Hu love Jews? Because they bench on a kazayis, even though they don't have to. So you have a situation where Shimon ben Shetach didn't have to bench because he only had a kazayis, and he's being mitzvah everybody else. How does that work? That's Rashi's question. Vim toimar bekoton. So avagav the kazayis doesn't shir the rabbananu kadamar b'perek mishemesu miu kivin the mechayev mid rabbanon mechuyev badavar. So Rashi comes up with the concept called mechuyev badavar. Yes, he's only chayev mid rabbanon, but he's in the parsha. He's mechuyev badavar. U'moitzi ravin deichayvasan. As Rashi vim toimar bekoton shegil chinuch holei omar hachi. But what about a small child? We said that a small child that he can't be mighty, but in other places we said he could be mighty. Akopanim ahu afilu midrabanan lemechayev. He can't be mighty. Why? Because he's not in the parsha at all. But there was a Gemara that we learned that he could. Fine. Because we're in a rush, maybe we'll just. Rashi says that it's impossible. Yanai was a king, so it's impossible that he ate a small share of kazayis. All his buddies that were eating there, they all had a geshmak, a meal, and therefore it's impossible to say that they were at the same share. They're all the rabbanans. Fine. Zog the Gemara. Itmanami Omer Avchona bar Yehuda Mishmei Rava Afilu. Oh, by the way, I see over here I marked it out because Mr. Kornblut asked me yesterday about a katan and a chumash, and Tosfos discusses a katan and a chumash. But they say, if you look, I don't know, by my Gemara, it's the first white line, V'omer Rabbeinu Tam, the minog shtusu. Fine, that's what he says about here. He says it again about later on as well. That a cotton, either it's a cotton or not a cotton, but just the fact that you add a chumash to a cotton, minog shtus, he calls it. Bottom line, before, because I forgot to mention, that there's a big machlokes rishonim if you can be mitzaref a cotton or not. The Rambam says any cotton that knows who we bench to, we say bracha to, you could be mitzaref. The Turner of Hagon says that's only good for a minyan, but not for 3. And the Rush says you need at least simanim. The Shulchan Aruch passes like the Rambam, and the Ramah passes like the Rosh. In other words, you cannot be mitzaref for cotton. That's how Ashkenazim at least will pass it. Zog the Gemara. Yeah, that he's a Sephardi. Itmar nami or Yochanan mishmei derova afilu loy tibel imoyim ela b'tzir. No, Shulchan Aruch. I said the Shulchan Aruch. Shulchan Aruch says like the Rambam that a cotton that knows who you're benching to. I guess I don't know what they pass him. Yes, ketanim are mitzaref to zimmun. Yeah. You're mitzaref ketanim to zimmun. We have here the grandchild of the Ben Ish Chai, who usually comes at night, but he's here now in the morning, and he says that even ketanim are mitzaref. Fine. Tibel imoyim ela b'tzir v'lo yochal imoyim. He said, Yishtabach Shemo. Zog the Gemara. So it says, even if you only ate a small amount, like a small date, mitztaref, like we just said, in order to lead, you have to eat a full kazayis of bread. Again, hilchasa. This is the halacha. That's what Shimon ben Shedach did. He drank a cup of wine, or you eat a leaf of lettuce, mitzdaref. You can be part of the tziruf, but in order to be mitzi other people, you need to eat at least a kazayis of bread. No, he did not, and that's why they told him he was wrong. They told him he was wrong. Garmei, he did it on his own. Omer of Nachman. Moshe Tikkun Yisrael Birkas Hazon. I have an amazing chart that's not necessary. Maybe it is. Where is it? Here, you find it here. Okay, this one. Here's benching. We should have really had it the other day. Here's benching. Hazon is Hakol, Noida, and Alex Mazon is 1. Here's Rachim. It's green and yellow. Why? Because green represents David HaMelech and Shlomo yellow represents Shlomo. Anyways, the first one. Moshe Rabbeinu was misak in the first bracha when the man came down. Moshe tiken Yisrael birkas hazon b'shal sheyarad lohem man, when man came down. Yeshua tiken lehem birkas haaretz kiven shenichnas la'aretz. When they came to Eretz Yisrael, he spoke about Eretz Yisrael. That's all this. Noida, it starts with Noida, doesn't open with a baruch, but ends with a baruch. David Shlomo tiknu b'nei Yerushalayim. The bracha, the third bracha benching b'nei Yerushalayim are a combination of father and son. David tiken al Yisrael hamecha v'Yerushalayim yirecha. There's no Beis Hamikdash yet, so he's. But guess what? Judah is in America. We're on vacation. What you just want to sing? Very good. But you know what? All these songs come up when there's only 40 minutes left. Fine, take it away. Take it away. You know what? Nachman, you take it away. No, Nachman. I told you he lost his job. His main job right now is fixing the Gemara. All the other jobs, the soloist, they're gone. He doesn't even write books anymore. The fourth bracha that we discussed yesterday, whether it's the Rabbana, most people hold. We hold it's the Rabbana. We had a brayso that perhaps is the Raisa. The Chachamim in Yavne were misaken. Why? Because of all Haruge Beitar. I couldn't really find how long they're there. I looked up in Yerushalmi because the main sug is in Gittin, but also in Yerushalmi at the end of Tainus. Didn't really see the number, but I know that it says it's millions of people that were killed, and many, many years that they sat around. And why did they make such a bracha? The Omar of Masno, I think it was, he spent all his money, had a fortune, he spent it all to bribe that they should bury them, and they were able, and they davened a lot, and they fasted, and finally they allowed them to bury them. So, there was a nace that the bodies were whole and they didn't smell. That they were able to bury them. Say the birkas hamaz and kachi. Bracha rishon and birkas hazon, like we just said. Shniya birkas haaretz, like we just said. Shlishis b'nei Yerushalayim. Revius hatoy v'ameitiv. That's the order. Ube Shabbos, no big chiddush here. Matchel ben Nechama, maybe it is a chiddush. You start ben Nechama meaning rachem. Umesayim ben Nechama, but Rashi says there's also something called Nachmenu. Nachmenu. Instead of saying the word Rachem, which is more of a bakasha, you say Nachmenu, you should console us. Voimen, who says that? The Rif says it. And who goes like the Rif? The Vilna Gaon and all the Gronics. However, Taisus points out here, if you look at the bottom of Taisus, Matl ben Chama, all the way at the end he says, so I think my Mechutin, when he was here, he asked this question: how can we on Shabbos ask HaKadosh Baruch Hu for our tzrachim in davening. So Taisus says, that's the way we say a bracha. So Mamela is not considered asking for anything. And then he finishes off, to say Nachmenu on Shabbos. He says it's a shtos. He argues with the Rif, and most people passing like him, unless you're a gronik and you hold like the Rif. So there is I guess they're going because of this concept of not asking for things on Shabbos. So the Goin held like the Rif that you don't say Rachem and you say Nachmenu instead. Anyway,
But the question of Beitar is quite important.
we're done with Beitar. We can't go back to Beitar. Sorry, that was a minute ago. What? What's your question?
That's what I was going to ask.
Hatoiv Meitiv.
Yeah, but why is that invention?
Why are you sticking in benching? Okay. Because we're asking for better days, better times. We're asking for a Bais HaGadol when Mashiach comes. What? Okay. We say Ritzei when? In middle of Rachem. So now we have a three-way machlokes about Ritzei. What happens if you forget Ritzei? Rabbi Lezer Omer, Ratza la'amra ben Nechama Oimra, bebirkas haaretz Oimra, ba'bracha shetiknu chacham b'yavno Oimra. What does Rabbi Lezer say? Rabbi Lezer says you can insert Ritzei anywhere in benching you want. Is it really anywhere? No. If you notice, he doesn't mention the first bracha. You could say Ritzei from after the first bracha on, anywhere. Even lechatchila. If I feel like sticking it in right in the middle of Noida, I could do so. I want to do it in the middle of Atoiv HaMeitiv, the Rabbanan, I could do so, no problem. Lechatchila. That's one shita. V'chachamim oimrim, einu oimro ela b'nechamim b'vad. Chacham say, it goes right over here, in the middle of Rachim. That's where it goes. Right before Uvnei Yerushalayim, stick it in. That's the only place. Now my card fell, so I have to look. So what would be the difference between Chacham and Tanakama? According to Chachamim, that say you only say it in Rachem, meaning if I forgot to say Rachem over here and I'm holding down here, too late. What do I have to do? I have to go back to the start. But according to the Tanakama, all I'm saying is, the Tanakama says, put Ritzei over here. This is where it should go lechatchila. If you forget it and you're holding over here, stick it in here too. Don't go back to the beginning of benching. But the Yevid, you could do it. Again, Rebbe Lezer says you can do it anywhere you want. The Tanakama says, b'di Eved, you can do it anywhere you want. And Chacham say, no, there's only one place, and that's by Rachim. Tana Rabbanan. Minayin lebrikas hamazim min ha-Torah shenemar v'ochalta v'savato v'irachta. Zu birkas hazan. So I think I made a mistake on the video, Baruch Hashem. What? I did according to the Gra. Great. Whew. So if anybody asks, here, I even printed it out to show my mistake, but you saved me. I'm a gronik, so I could go. Nobody else. Anytime I do something wrong, people come over to shul. Hey, you're talking Mil Kaddish. I'm a gronik. Hold on a second. This is how it shows on the 8-minute video that Baruch Shochalno Zimmun, you learn from V'chal Savata V'rachta. But if you look in the Gemara, it doesn't say that. It says, Zubrik Azan. Azan is, so I switched it around. Okay, it shouldn't have been like this, but anyway, a good gronik makes mistakes and fits right into how the Gra says. Fine. Chas v'shal, I never speak. My father, seriously, I have one thing I'm very careful about is Kaddish, if anything. Other thing, my father, when I was a kid, told me the Zohar that says that if you talk during Kaddish, you chayiv misa. It scared the living daylights out of me. I don't know why he did this to me. Like, you're chayiv misa, you're talking during Kaddish. Okay. And that's it. Like, I don't talk during Kaddish. Zu birkas hazon. Stop it, you can't. I'm going to laugh more. Zu birkas hazon, it's Hashem lekecha zu birkas hazimun. Ala oretz zu birkas oretz. I got to show you a picture of my father. Like if I had a screen, I'll put a picture of my father together with that caption. Chayiv misa, you'll understand what I'm talking about. With the tefillin, the whole thing, the big long white beard. Chayiv misa. Like that was it. It was done. And he had a white beard. I'm not kidding. My sister was born in the 7th month. There was a lot of problems. They had to run to. We lived in Israel for 3 years, and they had to run to America with surgeries, balagan. And he, not a joke. He came. I didn't see him for 3 months. He came back with a white beard. Maisa Shaya. So back in he was maybe in his early 30s. He had a white beard since then. Yeah, no, there is a physical thing. I'm not kidding. His entire complexion changed in 3 months. Anyway, she's all right. She has twins. She's doing great. Zok the Gemara. Zu biggest haaretz. Hatoiv zu b'nei Yerushalayim. V'cheinu oimer. Hahar hatoiv hazev alavanin. Hahar hatoiv, which is what? Which is Harabayis. Moshe Rabbeinu talking about Hahar hatoiv hazev alavanin. Ashenos loch zu hatoiv ametiv. Interesting that this Tana brings a source and a smachta at least for hatoiv ametiv, which we say is the Rabbanan. Einli elo la'achrav lefonav minayin. How do I know the concept of making a bracha before the meal? Amris kavachomer. I need a kavachomer for this. If a person is already satiated, he's done. He finishes off with a bracha. Shuraiv lekoshkin. Shouldn't he make a bracha when he's starving and he's about to eat? Rabbi Yomer enit tzarich. You don't need a kavachomer. I have a pasuk for it. Now these few lines have nothing to do with the fact that he doesn't need a kavachomer. He just happens to be saying things. Rabbi Yomer enit tzarich. Why? Not why. It happens to be v'chalta v'savata v'rachta. Zu birkas hazon. So he sticks it all in one shot. V'chalta v'savata v'rachta. I need all those words to tell me the first bracha in birkas hamazon. Ava birkas hazimun has nothing to do with benching like we learned it before from these psukim. Birkas hazimun, the fact that you are mezamen migadol hashemiti, like we had the other day, not from the pasuk over here by benching. Still, this doesn't explain why I don't need a kavachomer to tell me I need a first bracha. Al aretz zu birkas haretz. Oh, where are you? No. This is because they take it out. Oh, Megaliti Nafka. Wow, you saved me from that guy. What's his name? From Wexler. Yishkoyach Wexler. What? Rabbi Sai. You know the guy's sleeping on his job. He's sleeping on his job. Maybe you said he doesn't want to embarrass. One person is enough. He's saying. Alar zu birkas haaretz. By the way, I do this on purpose just to see if the Olam is listening. Alar zu birkas haaretz. Hatoiva zu b'nei Yerushalayim. V'cheinu oimer, hahar hatoiv hazev alavanin. Hatoiv ametiv, he says, Abaya, b'yavnin tiknu. Forget about the Torah. What are you telling me? There's a pasuk in the Torah. That's the Rabbanon. There's no pasuk for that. Ein li elo la'achrav lefonav v'nayin. So here it comes. You don't need a kavachomer. Why? Tamad loymar asher nasan loch. What HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave you. Now, mishen nasan loch. From the moment he gave you the bread, you have to give him a bracha. I don't need that. He blessed your bread. Where's that? Oh, here we go. In case you can't see it inside the Gemara, Reuven is shaking his head. Why? Because, why not? It's cool. Somebody worked on this. Uveirach, this is how it's said. And we read it, uvarech with the comments. A tzeireh in the comments. Very good. You must bench Hashem. I'll take you, because not everybody has nekudas in the Gemara. I'll take you, uveirach ela uvarech. But the pasuk says, you shall bench the bread. Now, once you chew it up and put it in your stomach, it's not bread anymore. Before you eat it, then it's considered bread. I don't need that. Incredible story. Shaul was helping his father look for his donkeys, and he couldn't find them. So his right-hand man said, why don't you ask Shmuel? I guess he could just ask Shmuel anything. Where are the donkeys? So, okay, but where's Shmuel? So he sees a bunch of girls, and he asks them, where's Shmuel? So instead of telling him, Shmuel is right over there, they say the following thing. Let's see inside. When you come to the city, so you'll see him over there. But go quickly. He's going to go to the Bama and make shlamim. It's a whole arichos, incredible arichos. Just give directions and finished. Nobody's going to eat until he comes. And he's going to make a bracha. He's going to make a bracha on this shlamim. So over here you see that you make a bracha before you eat. And after that, everybody's going to eat. Weiter, it keeps on going and going. It's unbelievable. Why do they speak so much? Because the women like to talk a lot. That's one pshat. Ushmuel Amar, women are not going to like that pshat, so they say no pshat. Could they listako be yoif? No, I don't know if they'll say this one. Could they listako? What? They watch the first part usually. Kivoyachim. So what's the pshat? Ushmuel Amar, could they listako be yoif yoishel shol dichsiv mishichmoi v'malo gavoya mikolam. Shaul was an incredibly good-looking person. He was taller than everybody, and they wanted to gaze at his beauty. And he was a tzaddik. He was a kishana. He had nothing wrong. So you look at it tzaddik, you look at Rabbi Yochanan when you look at Shaul. Rabbi Yochanan Omar, and the third shot is Lefishay Malchus Negaz Bechaverto Afilu Kim Loinimo. We have it many times, this concept of when there's a change of guards, when there's a change of Malchus. Who's the ruler of Klal Yisrael? Who's the first king? Shaul. Who's the ruler until then? Shmuel. Shmuel had to give over the reins to Shaul, and the time didn't come yet. So Akash Baruch Hu made it that they will just take up time. Even seconds. Even though this conversation took another 10 seconds, whatever it was, but you cannot go into another one's ruling even the size of a hair, even a millisecond. How do I know I make a bracha on the Torah? If you're going to make a bracha on food, on sustenance for this world, the sustenance for the world to come, certainly you should make a bracha. He said in the name of Rabbi Shmuel. I don't need that pshat. It says in the pasuk, we have a Gzer Shava. The word Nesina. By Torah it says Ve'etna Nesina. Fine. So just like when it comes to food I have to say bracha, so too when it comes to Torah I have to say bracha. No matter what Hashem throws your way, you have to make a bracha, even if you don't like it, even if you think it's bad, you still have to thank Hashem. He's your judge in everything that He judges you. Whether it's good or bad. The word ha-toiva is completely extra and it's built from two words. Toiva and the letter hey, ha-toiva. Toiva zu Torah. How do I know Torah means Torah? The good is Torah. I gave you Torah. Ha-Torah zu binyan Yerushalayim, the rebuilding of Yerushalayim. Have a wonderful day.